Oh, hey there. I'm MJ. Let's get into the energies for today. It's September 1st. That's right. We made it to September, everybody. High five. We have the free monthly readings are on the YouTube channel, Ultra Love TV. And if you want to book a private reading or check out everything we do at Ultra Love, then go subscribe to ultralove.com. You can do your bookings there as well. Alrighty, let's get into the energies for September 2nd. What do we got for the Ultra Love Collective? Ooh, a little bit of a delay here moving forward. Some tower energy we got. Ooh, leading us to success. There could be a lack of communication in a situation. This is a disempowered. Okay, so the tower, as annoying as it is, the tower is always there to kind of, in a sense, wipe the slate clean, give us permission to start something over, right? The magician is a disempowered energy. So either we ourselves have a disempowered perspective, which could be the case with the Six of Swords in the reverse. Like, we're not seeing clearly, we're not moving forward clearly, and we're not really truly in our power. So, some things that are connected to that disempowered perspective or that disempowered energy, that's coming down. That's coming down. And again, tower moments are usually uncomfortable, right? It's like everything holding us up, it's all starting to fall away, right? However, the positive here, the cards are telling us there's success after the fact, okay? So maybe Six of Wands is a really beautiful energy. It's like being recognized for good work, or like a sense of accolade, you know? Okay, so this could also be an internal sense of like, I made it through, you know, and a sense of reward after feeling really trapped, feeling like we couldn't let some stuff go. And it's very likely that the tower is going to help us do that. It's like if we were doubtful about something leaving our lives, something's going to confirm that. The tower moment's going to confirm that. That could include information coming to light. And, you know, bearing in mind, these can be connected to our individual lives. These can be connected to our collective narratives, you could say. So we know that there's plenty of structures that are being exposed as like corrupt. And then from like an energetic stability perspective, that corruption is like a faulty foundation. So we're like, oh, fuck-a-doodles, we better sort that one out, right? And this is, again, on a personal note, this can be us seeing information, finding news, what have you, whether it's affecting our personal reality or just something within the collective that then impacts us. So it's like information, holy Shazam, that's the piece that I needed to finally lay down that past battle, less than desirable circumstance, whatever it might be. So new information is allowing us to move forward with a greater sense of success. If it's not like actual, you know, tangible success in the form of like recognition, reward, maybe even fame for some of you. So yeah, it's like there's definitely information. There's a lot of sword, very dominant sword energy. And some of you guys, you're aiming for the 10 of Pentacles, okay? So there's some heavy-duty mental energy shifting here to orient yourself around the physical resources of your life and having enough for yourself and everybody in your world, right? The 10 of Pentacles is such a supreme energy because it comes off the back of the 9 of Pentacles, which is to do with our self-made energy, you know, when we have to put the full spectrum of energy into something to receive, or you could say really co-create the 10 of Pentacles. Because once we're moving into the 10 of Pentacles, it's like taking the 9 of Pentacles and feeding it into people, right? Which our world doesn't do enough of, I would dare say. With the, one thing that more and more people are awakening to is the great imbalance of how we're divvying up the world's resources, and just weird energies. Hence this rise of spirituality, or you could say just a more unified perspective, which is in alignment with things like law of attraction and manifestation. And yet the profundity and the way we access those regenerative, pattern breaking, self-resourcing energies is a very profound alchemical process, right? You could say like the coal being pressurized to then become the diamond. So that energy is really sort of like the diamond person fueling that energy into a community that can then stabilize the Ten of Pentacles. It would be the dream that the whole world could be living in the kind of Ten of Pentacles energy, because again, most of us would agree, it's not really about how much money you have, it's really the quality of your life. And there's a real sense with regards to our kind of consumerist capitalist drive of just this endless consumption and hoarding, and like, look at all the stuff, and it that is part of the shift of our value system. Part of the paradigm shift of the planet is suddenly going like, who cares? As in, increasingly there's a cry, and there's a desire for authenticity, there's a desire for like the realness and the relatability, and I think that extraordinary wealth and a sort of vapid materialistic egocentrism is just increasingly like, huh? Nobody wants that, nobody needs that. Oh, nobody needs that. No, nobody needs that either. So the Five of Pentacles, my loves, these are those dynamic, contrasting, polarizing energies that are ushering us to claim the key of our power. You've got the key to your own doorway to not to misinterpret that, but there are likely, so we've come from some conflict and some losses and some misinformation and some like, what the actual F is going on life, and then like a tower moment, and just probably some depth of emotional process and pain and alchemy and processing grief and processing loss, and then finally accessing your true divine key. Hierophant reverse is the key. Like, no longer do you have to go and seek out external power or permission, right? You are the power, you are the permission. That's part of the shift of the consciousness, right? Like, the power is not outside of self, the power is within. Although often if we're in patterns that are deeply interwoven and entangled with large groups of people, and as in if we have very, very identified attachment to, say, political identification, or, like one of those are interesting, sort of, in a sense, karmic, really. Like we choose on a soul level. It's all discernment and nuance, and ultimately finding the peace of love and compassion within self is such a juicy nugget of a practice, right? Because it's that connection point that really does see us through all of the grief, the pain, the like, holy shit, we're losing, like, everything can be taken away, but from the depth of our spiritual connection, it's like a Jedi, you guys. Come on, the lambs of God. Take away the sins of the world. Be like the Jedi, the true supreme Jedi you are. As much as that might seem like a fairy tale or a movie, there are teachings within those great stories that are relevant to us all. Lots of coming to Jesus, as it were. I mean, we'll see more of that as well. But okay, lots of fours coming out, hence, like, everything that's not stable for you, you've got to create that stability, you've got to let go of the mental framework of the past, face the truth, face it down, tower moment, let the old systems, people, places, things fall away that don't honor you accessing your true power, right? And then really what you're grieving and letting go of is either emotional repression or deception. And whether it's you, whether it's people in our lives that just like aren't really emotionally connected, or like the rat on the Four of Cups here makes me think of like suspicious, you know, like somebody, you're like, what's going on over there? I don't know. It's like, it's a rat. It's a rat in our midst. It's like something's creeping around in the corner, right? And so there's something about maybe communication, even if it's an honest communication within ourselves, journaling, things like that, that can bring us to the light, bring us to clarity. And that there again is a very much the inner work of connecting the mind to the heart. Like what the actual is going on in there. Only self, like only the self, you can figure that out. Like nobody else can go into our own mind and heart and like shapeshift our perspective. That is a very sovereign and autonomous work, but worthy, you know, because it helps to offer that light-filled clarity to other. It helps to offer the sort of pathway to the healing regenesis, right, that more and more of us can access. We're bridging into that greater quantum reality with, you know, potentially flying cars and vibrational healing things that kind of trump and help us to heal some of our you know, collective programs around the body and illness and how it works, and hopefully work in a format where we can get to the energetic root cause and also heal our, you know, the sort of collective psycho-spiritual wound and align with the planet's resources and the cycles of life and chill out a bit, you know. These are all like healing these wounds. This is a very dynamic reading with regards to healing. We have the Virgo new moon. What? If I didn't say it at the beginning of the video, happy Virgo new moon. It's like today and tomorrow, I think. And that reminds me of Virgo as well, like feeling like the outsider, a little bit of martyrdom energy, right? Feeling like we're outside of things. Remember that feeling often comes from childhood, that we're maybe feeling neglected, feeling left out. If we're feeling overstimulated or oversensitized, that's a cue to ground. Yeah, a lot of ancestral. Pluto's moving back into the anaretic degrees of Capricorn for the next couple months, and that can offer us a lot of ancestral healing, a lot of sort of the final like release, let go of certain old ways of perceiving, of relating to self. Once we integrate more of the ancestral stuff, it's like rather than being in the shadows, the ancestors are like with us kind of thing, being like woohoo, you know, rather than the shadows, rather than us pretending like we're all alone and we have no help, or you know, life is really hard. It's like integrate the lessons of our ancestors, really embody that wisdom, because that's where it's connected to all of us. We're all in it together as far as that ancestral healing goes, and really allowing those divisions, or those sort of yeah, I like divisions and like putting people outside or whatever. But anywho, my lovers, we're gonna close her down. I'm always amazed how quick we can go through these readings. There's success. Let's focus on this energy. And this energy, it's not too shabby, but there's a lot of dynamism. There's still a lot of letting go. Like, I don't want to do it like this anymore. I don't want to feel left out anymore. I don't want to feel sad anymore, you know, like, or I don't want to be deceived. You've got the power, my lovers. It's all coming in as far as we're going to be able to feel better about things. And for some of us, trust in what you've been manifesting, trust in what you've been committing to, right? For your personal vision of the life. Okie dokie. Happy Monday. Thanks for being here, you guys. If you enjoyed that, feel free to like and subscribe and follow and do all that juicy stuff on the internet. Support All to Love as a brand to grow, and share the message. Holla Shazam, you guys. Have a great day. Peace out.